What up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Niagara Flops, also known as Cyathea on archiveofourown.org. This, of course, is the Shrenaissance, a Shrek fan fiction written by my younger sister in a collaborative effort with myself and my first boyfriend. It's kind of like the Shrek version of My Immortal. Real ones will get the reference. Now, it is a really fucked up story. I don't know how my sister came up with this, but it's really fucked up. None of it's meant to be taken seriously, of course, and I don't think you could really take it seriously with how it's written, but just a warning to more sensitive viewers, you may have adverse effects from this story. With all that being said, this is The Shrenaissance, a dramatic reading. Author's note. OMG, hi guys! Thank you for reading my stroy. Lots of live. Chaptit uno. OMG, no! Creamed YN. What? Yelled Lord Fartquag. I'm going to sell you to people because you're super pretty. The guards grabbed me as I cried sadly. No, don't sell me. I get that I have light brown with blonde streaks hair and pink eyes with green polka dots and pearly zigzaggy lines, and I'm not like Offer Quarles, but please don't sell me into salvary. Too late for dat, yelled Lord Farquaad. Ah! YN cried scraedly. Before YN knew it, she was in the fairy tale Valerie market with mean evil witches named Tiffany and Brittany. Author's note. Heck you, Tiff and Brittet, you are bullies and no one like you. Who were to sell me to the Muffin Man. The Muffin came running at me with a wad of money in his thick, beefy hams. When Olaf Swoden, a loud Scottish sexy voice boomed out, No, I will not let you buy this girl. I'd like to issue a formal apology to every Scottish person. Chabbit do. I look up at this green, kinda hot monster. He had a gigachad chin, a total dad bod which is hot, and two ears that pointed east and west, the two most hottest directions, that remind me of trumpets. In his deep, angy, Scottish accent, Let her go, laddie, before I utterly pluck you up. The guards all run away. He grasped the cage lid and ripped it open. He took me by the hand and lifted me like a bride. Ah! He looked down at me with his brune orbs, and I to his with my blue eyes, and he said, You're safe now, YN. Come with me to Zach Swamp, YN. Chabber Tree. YN gazed at the back of Shrek's head as he led her to his swamp. Shrek, why did you rescue me? Because, YN, I just felt like I should, Shrek said. YN cried tears out of her pissed yellow saucers, which gleamed in the morning sun. Shrek gazed in YN's eyes with the essence sad sorrow. It's okay, YN, I will protect you. Shrek, YN whispered. Yes, YN, I am here for you. Okay, YN chattered shyly. Shrek and YN made eye contact that lasted for 4 hours. Every second they blushed a darker shade of red until they couldn't take it anymore. YN's eyelids were slowly fluttering closed as the sun set. She was about to collapse when Shrek caught her before she fell off a scary emo cliff with sharp gothic rocks at the bottom. Shriekleekle caught YN, and her thick booty cheeks squished against large muscular biceps. Shrek, muttered YN in her sleep. YN, I will take you home. Shrekler carried YN down a moonlit path to his swamp. This is where it starts getting spicy. Chubber Frore. Author's note. So in this story, Fiona doesn't exist, so Schwex is now cheating on her. YN woke up at 2 a.m. in Shrek's leather bed. Since Shrek's swamp couldn't support electricical, which meant Shrek had to light a bunch of candles. The candelas set a hot, golden, stamy mood for YN, and she felt so exhilaratingly smexily. When suddenly she felt a huge breath on the back of her neck, she turned around and Shrek was lying right next to her. He was awake and just lay there staring at YN's lime green A-balls. YN moved her arm to feel Shrek's cheek when she realized she was completely naked. Shrek, where are my clothes? YN blushed shit brown. Oh, I'm sorry about that, but when I carried you home, you fell out of my arms and into a deep puddle. There was a moment of silence, and then YN climbed on top of Shrek in the sexy way and arched her 2-mile-wide arse. Shrek flipped her over on the bed because Shri likes to be dominant. That was when YN realized Shrek was Nike'd too. YN looked down at Shrek's sausage and was severely turned on to see it was 2 feet long. Shrek, are you sure about this? YN asked hotly. With thoughts sank entifing, Shrek put his thingy in her you-know-what, and they fugged for 50 hours. Oh, it's so romantic. This is where the story starts going off the rails. Choop Fifth. YN woke up, and she could barely get out of bed because of how sore her cooter was, but she got up anyways. When she went to the bathroom, it hurt so bad to pee, but after she peed and went to wipe her hoochie. But the toilet papier was guinous and smelled like onions. YN was shookered. She knew it wasn't his nut, because he had shot some on her last night, and it was bright yellow. YN scaredly crept out of the bathroom. Shrek, YN said. You're, Shrek responded. When I went pee, it was bright green and smelled like onions, so you know what it is? YN said shyly, skunk emoji. Oh, Shrek said nervously. YN stared at him pleadingly. So, I might have maybe pest in you, Shrek blurted out. YN's pitch black A's filled with tears. Chilly sex. YN tan out of the swamp cring. How could Shriek do this to me? She will pet. When all of the sudden she souped in her tracks when she saw a hot gray beefy donkey. I Chihuahua grill. What's ring, mamacita? The dunkler said lewdly. It's for some reason my sister made donkey Mexican. I don't know why. Shrep and I said the smecks, and he pested my Virginia, cockroach emoji, YN screamed as she fell to the floor, and a waterfall of Shrek's voluminous saucy piz flooded out of her biscuit. Hot diggity dog grill, that sucks. Dinky tan over to comfort YN, when all of Lord Fromage Dart's men ran at them with giant spears. The muffin was there too, and he jumped on YN and started drinking the Shrek pee out off her tumble tunnel. YN screamed as he thrust his toes into her. Holy mother of wop, Donkey shrieked in Mexican hoary. Then he straightened to kick everyone into faces with his juicy paws. Then Tlunker hippity-hoped over to YN, and she scaredly climbed on his back into the sunset. Chipter Stephen. YN and Donker made safely to Donkey's crib. YN was still naked, and her huge boobs were nonconformist and bouncing sexily into wind. Donkey stared down at them from his 9'11" height. Damn, girl, those boobs are hotter than Abuelita's chili. YN was super trimmed on. Dang, shoddy, she said, trying to impress him with her Italian. Whoa, girl, it sounds like you want a fiesta in my cama, Dinky said, putting F-boy face. Fiesta salsa quinceañera, trademark, YN saying so angelically that Brid started swarming around her tamales. Duncan picked YN up in his beefy arms and brought her into his bed. Dinky climbed on top of her, and right as he slid a condom on, Shrimp busted through Dickie's door. What are you doing in his swamp? Shrimp screamed. I can explain, said YN, but Donkey had enough of the drama and started fooging her right there. Donkey's pee-pee was 3 feet long and 3 feet wide, so YN couldn't keep talking when he was thrusting at her going 10,000 miles per hour. But not all of Shrek's peas had come out of her that day, and since it had nowhere else to leave from, Shrek's pee went up YN's throat and straight into her lunges, and YN straight into drown, cockroach emoji. Shrek pushed Tlunker off YN and held her corpse in his big beefy armies. He realized she died and closed her silver eyelids. 2 days later, Donkey was a convicted feline for murder, and they had YN's funeral. All of the kingdom showed up and cured a lot. Fin, wee wee.